Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Map with me. First of all, I'll just give a short presentation of myself. My name is Dag Frode. I'm 18, and I'm a Norwegian student. I'm currently studying computer science, and I have spent many hours making maps for Urban Terror. I haven't really released anything big yet. Um, I've been more interested in trying out things and just playing with things, and yeah, I just really never finished anything big. I released If Jumps, for those who remember that map. It was horrible, and I think I got 5 projects. It's about half completed, and it's some of what I hope to achieve with this series to to finish them, and maybe with some input from you. First of all, I'm going to try to teach you some of what I know. I'm not saying that what I say is 100% true, because I don't know everything, and I hope that I will be corrected if I do or say anything wrong. I did not. I'm not saying that my style of mapping is correct one. There are plenty of styles, and the only reason for that I map the way I map is because I like it. And for me, that's what mapping is all about. It's about spending time creating something I like. Okay, this must have been really boring, just looking at my plain boring screen. For those who doesn't know it, this is Radiant, GTK Radiant, and this is the newest version by Titmo. I believe it's 1.6.3, and I think there's even more digits, but I don't remember those. This is the editor I will mainly use to make during this series. I will probably use the 3D modeling program called Blender a bit as well. So, I don't know, maybe we should get started. Well, this is Radiant. We got 4 windows. This is a 3D window, and we got 3 grid windows. We can change how we want them to look, but I prefer this one. To change how it look, you simply press P for preferences and layout, for those who wonder. So, in this tutorial I'll just try, this is not a tutorial, in this video I'll just try to show you some mapping and try to get you interested in mapping and interested in giving me tips and ideas of what you would like the map to be. So first of all, I will just show you the beginning of the map I will show you now. It started out as I was making just a sample tunnel for a friend who wondered how to make one, and I made this. Just a simple plain tunnel to walk through. Or there's probably a better name, but I don't know that name. It started with this, and then I figured, maybe what would happen if I tried to make another corner here, a round one, because round things isn't that easy to make, because everything is made out of something called a brush, and a brush is a square box. We'll see later on. And then it evolved to this, where I got this corner part. I'm not sure how easy it is to see, but I will show you the map in a few seconds. And then I made this roundabout center building piece, because because I started to really have fun making around things. And then it involved even more. And let's see, there it is. And this is what it is today. Can probably blow it up even more. Yeah, some of the textures are maybe placeholders, I'm not sure what to do with them yet. And this is what I got so far. Yeah, it's a really simple mirrored map. It's called mirrored because, you know, if you put let's see. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not used to the new version yet, so I will be learning it with you. If you had placed a mirror here, yeah, it would be the same. Yeah, you can see it, I guess. And the idea here is putting a spawn maybe here, and a spawn point maybe there, and they will be, you know, walking around and try to get it on each other. The map is quite small, so I was thinking of adding a lot of details, but I might have to rethink it because right now the sidewalks are, you know, the right size, and if you stand here you can jump and grab this edge and so on. And I started making some details here. They are all made out of pieces, small square pieces that were cut into these shapes. I'll show more on that later on. And I guess one big point here is to talk about this really ugly texture. This is something called Caulk, and what it does, it does, there's simply one thing it does, and the one thing it does is not to be rendered. When the map is compiled, it will just be ignored, and everything that's painted with it has this texture will just disappear and not be in game at all. And this is important because in game everything is divided into something called tris, you know, small triangulars. If I had cut this square into two, you would get how it would look in the game. And yeah, you can see here I've used triangles to make pieces here. Even if it's not square, well, how the computer renders the map is kind of advanced, but once you've had a small look on it, you will get it. This edge is a good example. Right here there would be actually a few triangles just because of this edge on top of here, because it will try to avoid rendering the what's under, and it will probably make a few lines here, just because this edge is over that other brush. Before I've been using the Radiant version 1.5 for some time, and one of the things it's not too good at is editing brushes, because if I select brush, I just hold shift and select it, left mouse button and press V. I will get the vertex and I can move around on them. In Radiant 1.5 this vertex is not independent, and it causes a lot of problems, and this piece here was made with something called the cutter tool. You just press I believe it's X, yeah, X, and press enter, and yeah, wow, it's gone. A piece of it's gone. So what I was thinking of doing today was simply remaking this piece. So I already got all parts down here, but I couldn't use them because I couldn't edit them, and yeah, it was quite boring. I also figured something else after I did this, and you know, things are really duplicated and boring, and I need to add something more, you know, like doorways and things like that, and I would really like to get your opinion of this. I'm hoping for this to become, you know, a small fun map to play fast games on. And yeah, I got a street lamp over here as well, just mentioning. A few other things when it comes to mapping is that a good map makes it look like there's just one big room, but um, it's really many small rooms combined together with pathways. And this is because of the game. Because you know, you remember those twists I mentioned earlier? A map can only the game can only render a set amount of those trays before the FPS frames per second gets is affected, and things are getting slow, and the map just turns into just isn't it just becomes boring because you can't really play it well. And what you want to do then is you make the map into more rooms and combine those rooms so that not everything is rendered at the same time. It's normal to have, I don't know, maybe 35,000 trees in a map, and anything more than I don't know 5,000 trees rendered at a time can make the map lag and the experience poorer. So I want to try to put things together with zigzag hallways and things like that, because the map does not render what's behind the 90 degree. So if you stand here, you will not render, you know, the back here and some of the back here probably. It will just render whatever is possible for you to view from anywhere you are standing. So if you stand here, it will render things out here, because it's possible that you can probably see something here, and yeah. things like that. But yeah, we'll not worry too much about it here. There are plenty of good tutorial and much more information about this at custommapmakers.org. Remember www in front. And there's also plenty of information at the Urban Turf forum. But now back to the point. I started just by selecting this with shift on the left mouse button and then press space to duplicate them, and that was some feature. And I just select it in this grid and drag it to where I want it. And this is where the fun begins. To make something taller, you just drag it along the Z axis here. Now we will start with getting it into place. I press V for vertex and just select one brush at a time to make it simpler to work with. And I take the vertex and I drag it into place. This is interesting. Oh, that did not work. That's interesting. As I already told you, I really haven't used this editor yet. So there's a few things I'm not used to here yet, but just what I'm doing right now would not be possible at all within the old version. You can also press E to select edges. Yeah, there's also one thing you can do. You can select the grid here, and you get the grid size, and you get a much finer grid size. And we can try to get it to work. I'm really not sure what's limiting this at all here right now. I did not expect it to behave this way at all. To be honest with you, but it looks like this might work after all. Or not. That was just really interesting. I have really no idea what it's doing right now. Okay. I'm really sorry for this. This was really unexpected. I'll try to do another approach. I will take this and I will duplicate it, and I will use the X tool to make it shorter, and I will press enter to cut it, and I will move it around here. Yeah, okay. To hide something, you simply press H, and to unhide, you press Shift H. And to select something, Shift again. We just make a few more duplicates so we have them around. Press Escape to unselect them, and again, why we to to select the vertex. And I think this could not work either. I guess I should have tried to do this before I started the recorder, maybe. That's no, that's that's saying it's a really interesting something. I have no idea why it behaves that way, and it's probably a bug. I'm not sure. I don't know. It might be. It's the program limits me from doing it that way. I think it's because it's afraid it won't have enough information to actually save it. Yeah. So we will have to look at this roof part over again. The idea was to have some kind of roof, and we would have to make it round as well, but maybe I will have to make it on flat. I don't know. What do you think? If you have any ideas, suggestions for this small simple map, or got a great theme, or maybe even a layout for another small map we could make together, or I could make and you could help me with, please tell me either at the Custom Map Makers topic, or in the Urban Terra forum, or at the Gmail Map with me, or just comment on this video, and I would be really happy. The main reason for that I'm doing this is to get you more interested in making maps for Urban Terror. It is really not that difficult, and once you get started, things become easier, and the only thing you actually need is practice to make better maps. And what you can't do yourself, there is help out there. There's much help at the Custom Map Makers. I think there are over 100 members. Everything from people working with music, making textures, everything. If there's anything you need help with, Custom Map Makers is the place to ask. If you can't get answered from there, you can get it from the Urban Terror forum, maybe at least from the Frozen Sand and amazing people over there making this game. But normally there are people on 24/7 at Custom Map Makers answering, thinking it's fun to answer and helping people getting started. And we would really like to see more people making maps for Urban Terror. I know this is going to be outdated in shortly, as the new thing is to make maps for Urban Terror. What is it called? It's called HD, isn't it? And it's changes how we make the maps. So if you want to see how to make the map for the new engine for the new version of Urban Terror, you should go and have a look at the videos that the Frozen Sand has published on their website about mapping, because um, in the new version they take hardware acceleration, and it makes it possible to use a much higher amount of trees, and it enables you to make models for most of the map, which makes it easier to make it more detailed and to look better. With the way I'm mapping here, you will have to make sure you don't use much trash, but still, you know, try to make it look good. So you're trying to make good low poly maps, and it's a hard task to get it right, actually. But it can be done, and if you manage to get the lighting good as well, it may actually turn out to be something really nice. And there are plenty of mappers that have shown that time after time. So I think that was all for this time. I'm so sorry if it's hard to understand me, and I'm sorry for if I mumbled or for yeah, you know, making all those noises instead of words. I didn't really plan what to say here, so I've just been talking, and I think that's it for now. So please contact me with information, ideas, anything you might have, and we will try to see what we can get out of this. Yeah, till next time I will be working on the roof and make something work. Um, it will probably just I'll probably just make some flat roofs or something to finish it off. So we will have to look at maybe windows, doors, all the things that you think should fit. There won't be space for cars and things like that, I'm afraid. But I will try to add you know, those smaller things I showed you, mailbox and you know, those kind of fire things. I don't remember what right now, and light pole. And we'll see whether this actually turn out to be some small map that could be played. Thank you for your time. I hope this hasn't been boring. Please tell me if there's anything I can change in the way I'm doing this, in anything. If you have a comment on anything, please comment. I really need the feedback. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, and I would really like to do it more. I got lots of small things I've done and figured out, and I'm not sure if others are aware of those small things I do, and I'm sure there are plenty of small things I don't know about that you guys know about. So if you see something I'm doing wrong, or spending more time on than I could have, or using a harder method of doing, please comment. I really enjoy being corrected. There is one way to learn things, and the way of learning is to be corrected. Thanks for your time, and until next time, good game.